Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, winners. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. 844-551-8255 if you want to call the show. KJRadio.com if you want to listen to it. Lady sends me a note and says, Kevin, I was listening I listened to 10 minutes of your show and I'm in love. I love that note. Some of you people really crack me up. And I love getting those. I really do, because at radio it's kind of lonely. I mean, you got these knuckleheads that sit in here with you and stuff like that, but it's a lonely business because it isn't, this right away feedback. It isn't like working an audience when you're doing comedy or something like that. And so you thrive on it. I'll get it out. You thrive on the energy that comes from the notes that get back to you. I had a guy tell me, he sent me a note. Was it yesterday, this guy? I think it was, right? Yesterday. Yeah, he sends me a note. He says, Kevin, I was driving through, so I don't know what market, but he says, caught your show. He says, you got a new fan. Hey, cool. Love getting those. And would I like to get those in massive numbers? Yes, absolutely would. I would love to get these notes just for the record, those notes. If I can tell you this, if I hadn't gotten as many notes as I get on what we do on the radio, I would have left this a long time ago. Not because I'm looking forward from a look at me, woo, but because it's the feedback tells us the word's getting out, and that's what's important, the message. So I appreciate every single one of them, and I'm glad you guys will take the time to send a note. And for the radio people, that's a big deal. If you send a note to the station where you heard my show, they're like, whoa, this guy's, good. They look at how to build their advertisers, because one person is equivalent to, I don't know, X number of hundreds or thousands, depending on the market, listening at that time. So send a note to the station. Hey, there was a thing I saw. It's funny. Things I trust more than CNN. You could just put the media these days, right? The media you talk about screwing the pooch. I'm talking, and getting caught, like, picture. The media is just gone full derailed, whatever. Pick whatever is very negative, take that as your own analogy. But they've gone off the rails. They truly have. I don't think I've seen the media get stories so wrong in such a short amount of time. In the last year, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and we talk about it all the time, but we certainly covered it yesterday. The most negative press of Donald Trump that goes out there that go uncorrected. And these folks, you're watching the media, I think intentionally do this, push out negative news in the so-called mainstream media, and then don't do anything about it. And Twitter helps, with propagating those lies, but Trump's able to undo it. And the number of stories that they got 3 major stories wrong this week, 3 in a week, where they had to eat crow. Now you could say, well, Kevin, it still got out there, because that's what people's argument is. It's still out there. People are still believing this down. No, they're not. I mean, there's a few, but the people who count, the people who are studying this stuff, like you and me on the left, they're going, wow, they missed that. They missed that story with General Flynn. It was a terrible mistake what they did with General Flynn. They made it sound like Trump had sent him on this Russian thing prior to the election. I mean, prior to him becoming president during the campaign. He didn't. Then they messed up 10 days on the timeline of Donald Trump Jr. saying WikiLeaks had sent Donald Trump Jr. a key to unlock a file that was going to get them all this operation research on Hillary Clinton. And it turned out, no, it was 10 days after WikiLeaks sent that, and it was public domain. It wasn't sent to Donald Trump Jr. An email was sent saying, hey, they have all this opposition research. Go to WikiLeaks. Huge mistake. And I mean, they've just done it time and time again. And they're not making these mistakes on the left. They're not reporting the things that are ultimately going to come out. And they are coming out. I ask you, what have you heard about Mueller? What have you heard about Mueller? In the news cycles, Mueller's investigation of Donald Trump, where he had Manafort and he had this Carter guy, I don't know the guy's name. He's got, Papadopoulos. He's got Manafort, he's got Papadopoulos, he's got all these different people, and suddenly there's nothing. No investigation. You want to know why? No talk about the investigation. Because now the investigation is completely spinning on itself. Anyway, what do you trust more than the media? As they put Barack Obama's birth certificate, a ride home from Ted Kennedy, legal advice from Ana Navarro, which is funny. If you're following politics and you know who she is, she gets it wrong so often it's crazy. Michelle Obama's school lunches. Parenting advice from Alec Baldwin. Ooh. I made up a few. And you know what? If you tell me what things you trust more than CNN, because I'd love to hear it. KJRadio.com. Write to us if you feel like it, or give us a call. The number you want to? Okay, 844-551-8255. Everybody that listens to this show knows the phone number. Things I trust more than CNN. Brian Williams. 2016 presidential polls. Ooh, that had to hurt. So I added these. And I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. So these were my own. Pump. You ready? Harvey Weinstein looking in on your wife while you travel. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I got a chuckle out of you. All right, here we go. Kevin Spacey babysitting your teen son. Ooh, yeah, I'm going after Hollywood. Here's one. This one I'm a little shaky on. I'm not sure. Hillary Clinton with your BlackBerry? Yeah. There's so many things you could go after in terms of that you cannot trust. You know what I'm saying? You could have Bill Clinton with your girlfriend, on a date with your girlfriend. Bill Clinton waiting with you and your girlfriend at a bar, or wherever. There's so many things untrustworthy. And here's what's interesting to me about this. It's leaking out, folks. Don't think for 1 second that the Democrats aren't having their sensibilities tested. They are afraid, and rightfully so. I'm going to go into it a little bit when we get to the next segment. But if you watch the way they're framing their arguments, for example, they want to use Franken, his resignation, as a reason for Donald Trump to resign. Really? Why so? So there are many. There's no rational theory to. Donald Trump's been accused of that. Who cares? And as I said the other day, why would you want this? This is where the dichotomy comes in. Why would you want a guy who's doing this great? If Barack Obama was doing what Donald Trump is doing, I swear to you, I think many of you agree with me. We would be going, man, this dude, he fooled us all. The left can't do that.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.